Welcome back to another exciting episode of Man v Montana. This time, me and Ghetto-C, we're back in the Beartooths. Yeah, at the Clay Butte Trailhead. And this time, I swear, we're going to make it to those Cloverleaf Lakes.
We're going to do it, man.
No snow this time, so we're going to go up there, we're going to catch some giant cutties, and it's going to be awesome. Join us. Any good trek in the Beartooths starts with a trip through Yellowstone National Park, where you get to see the circle of life play itself out. Before long, we're taking off from the trailhead. The trail starts out through some expansive meadows with great views of the Beartooth Plateau in the distance. Yeah! Great scenery is everywhere. And even some wildlife along the trail, like this grouse. Whew. Yeah, Chris found a hawk feather here on the trail, and he's going to put it into his Aussie hat.
Oh yeah, man. Styling and high profile in here.
Oh, that's Ghetto-C right there, dog.
Look at that, people.
Yeah. Nicely done, Ghetto. Yeah. Nicely done. Whew. Well, we're doing it. We got a couple of more miles. Yeah. To get to our base camp lakes, but you can check that view out. You can see the way we've come through all of that stuff. We started way back up there at the bottom of the end of the butte and came across all that. So, good times. Onward. So we are being snow or at least sleeted on the trail. We're almost there. Beartooths! Yeah! It was some not easy hiking and about, 8 miles or maybe a little more up and down and crazy stuff, but we've made it to right in Spogin Lakes. You can see the Beartooth Plateau in the background. It's a little angry right now, but we're going to make a camp and try some fishing. Check it out.
All right, man.
Spogin and Wright Lakes. Yeah. Alright, so we have found our campsite. Check this out. It's Spogin Lake. Yeah! Oh, how awesome is that? Yeah, we're going to do it. So now a little bit about camp time and stuff and setting up camp. So this trip I'm going with the Go Light Shangri-La 2, which is a 2-man tarp tent. But for just one person, it's totally roomy. The key to it is to stake out the 4 corners, and then you crawl inside and use your trekking poles in the middle, boink, to pop it up. So we're going to go ahead and do it, and then we're going to get our sleeping bag in there and set it all up and give you a look. So check it out. So once you get the pole set up, it's got a surprising amount of room in here. Now we just need to go and stake out the sides, and we'll be able to set up our sleeping bag and stuff. Go light. So we stake out the sides with the supplied titanium stakes, and check it out. There it is. And that's all space for me. 23 ounces. 23 ounces. Good times. Spogin Lake. Yeah. Yeah! It's time for fishing. Yeah! By the waterfall, there's a bunch of trout right down there, so we're going to do it. Spogin Lake. So, this shouldn't take long. Chris is taking his turn fishing. Ghetto's hooked up on a trout. Alright, so there it is, the Fiesta Frijole, as made by my awesome wife. It's as good as it gets. You've got the Fiesta Frijole mixture. It's on a bed of greens that I brought in. I got some cheese under there, and of course we got this, the most important thing, the tapatio. And I might mention that those tortillas right there are the Trevinos, dude. Local, man, from the farmer's market in the Bow Zone. Yeah, yeah! So that's how day one's gonna end. We're here at Spogin Lake, and we've had our dinner. We got a little campfire going, a little gin and juice, and Spogin Lake. So tomorrow, up to Cloverleaf. So, waking up in the morning on day number 2, Saturday. It seems warmer already. The wind is gone and the sun is up. It's a little warmer. Last night we had some goatage. There was a goat trying to stick his nose under the corner of my tent there to lick the salt off my backpack, and they were tooling around on these rocks and looking stuff, but I kind of shooed them off, and that was the end of that. So now we're going to have some breakfast and pack up and try to make it up to the Cloverleaf chain of lakes. Ladies and gentlemen, it's for real. This is my fishing net. It was just outside the tent last night. Look what the goats did to the handle. Because, you know, you hold it there so there's salt on there. And look. Wow. Goats. I'm going to get me some goats for this. So, wow, Ghetto-C packs up camp to get ready for today's hike. I'm making some electrolyte drink and crazy Chinese tea from Fujian province. And that's a big shout out to Zijian Wu for that Tikuan Yin. Nice touch. Crazy. We rock hop around the upper end of Wright Lake to the inlet creek. We're going to follow that draw up to the plateau and then onward to the Cloverleaf Lakes. No doubt. Now it looks like the easy part of the hiking has ended, and we're going to have to rock hop up that stuff to Rachel Lake. So we made it up to Rachel Lake. Now we're going to have to follow that waterfall outlet stream to the right of that big mound there and drop over into the Cloverleaf Lakes Basin on the other side. So, Beartooths.
Yeah, awesome. Man. Good times.
Yeah, biatch. It took 3 years and 3 attempts and hiking through all that crazy stuff. But we have finally reached the Cloverleaf Lakes Basin. So we're going to try to skirt the shore of the lake there and head down to the left. Look for a campsite. Awesome. Rising cutthroats already. Yeah. So...
At 11:45, rising cutthroats.
Yeah, we got to make our way to the other side of the lake and go through that notch, and then we'll be in the middle of all 3 lakes. Good times, Ghetto.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Victory is ours.
Yeah, yeah.
Cloverleaf Lakes. We've already seen a ton of just giant cutthroat, and there's the inlet, and there's more lakes back over there, so we're going to go into the middle of all the lakes and check it out. Look for a campsite.
Yeah, yeah!
Yo, yo.
Yeah, now after setting up our tent, and how about that for a room with a view, it's time to go fishing. So we're going to catch some cutties. It's going to be awesome. Yeah, yeah! Alright, so I'm going to fish this with 2 chironomids, one dropped below the other, and it drops off right there, crazy. And you can see the lake, and there's some big cutties out there, and our camp is up there. We're gonna do it. Wow, from one lake, yeah, to the other. Chris is on. Chris is on. He's got a cutty. Yeah, check it out. First cutty of the trip. Very nice, dog. Yeah, show us that cutty, dog. Nice. Very nice. Yoo-hoo. It's an instant replay. Chris has done it again. Yeah. Chris is slaying him. He is slaying them. And just one of the Cloverleaf Lakes. It's awesome. I've hooked into a horse back here on this other lake, and good times. Let's try to get him in here. Check it out, it's the Yellowstone cutthroat trout. Yeah, Cloverleaf Lakes, man. Awesome. All right, so we're gonna be dining al fresco tonight at one of the Cloverleaf Lakes, and Lonesome Mountain behind us there, and all we gotta do is turn on the stove and heat up some water. Remember, Man v Montana, cheesy tip number 6. Use tinfoil as a ghetto windscreen for your stove. Yeah. Woo, little buggy. Oh no, another monster from the depths. Yeah. Cutthroat trout. Oh yeah, it's Sunday morning, and we slept in here, and well, it was Saturday night, you know, good times. Well, after a certifiably late start, we're going to take a little day trip and try to get to the highest Cloverleaf Lake, so join us for day number 3. It's going to be crazy. See the lakes, dog. Yeah. So we're...
What's the name of that lake again?
Cloverleaf Lake number 217 or something. They're all named Cloverleaf Lake. Let's do it. Yeah. Ankle snapping good times. We made it. Let's fish it. It's not likely that we've ever fished a place quite so insanely crazy. What do you think, Ghetto?
I think this is fabulous.
Yee-hoo! Chris slaying the cutthroat. Yeah! So on this very special episode of Rescue 911, the men decided to go a little higher and check out the next lake, Triskel Lake. Woohoo! Yeah, we've reached Triskel Lake, second highest lake in the chain. Awesome. Lakes' finest. Yeah. The cut. Well, goodbye, Triscale Lake. You were awesome.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah. Gotta make our way back.
By the way, the winds are about 15 to 20 miles an hour sustained. It's pretty good. Done, sir. There you go. Oh man, that was close. That good, Goot.
Ghetto hooked up again. Tournament release, dog. Little action of my own. Yeah. So we appear to be in the wilderness. Nice cutty. Moment last. Sunset fishing. Alright, so it's the morning of day 4, Monday, and there's some rises in the lake out here, and it looks like a few thunderclouds back there, so we'll have to see how that goes later. We're going to have some breakfast, we're going to pack up, and we're going to do a hike and fish. We're going to keep our rods assembled and fish as we go, because rising cutties just can't be passed up. So as clouds start building, we make our departure from Cloverleaf Lakes, but we're gonna fish it on the way back so those clouds don't catch us. So we're fishing it, the last Cloverleaf Lake, but gosh, it's early in the morning, but the clouds are already building. I think we're gonna get to test out our rain gear later. Well, goodbye Cloverleaf Lakes Basin. Hello, death from above. Well, after catching a bunch of brook trout, crazy brook trout from that lake, we're going to motor on, try to get down the trail a little ways before that rolls in. Yeah, so we got a brook trout out of Wright Lake, thanks to some spotting by Chris. Yeah, so let's get him off. So we've made the call. We're gonna hike up out of here. It's time to say goodbye to the chain of lakes, and we're gonna try to get back to some lakes that are further back down the trail, so we got a short day tomorrow, so time to start walking. Hopefully the rain won't catch us. Get to! So now it's raining and we've busted out the rain gear, so we're not quite there yet. We got about 40 more minutes of hiking in the rain. Still kind of raining lightly. So we've reached this lake that Ghetto stayed at before. We were going to camp here, but since it's so marshy and kind of low-lying, we're going to book on up to the next lake and check that out. So we made a quick change of plans, Beartooth style. Ghetto made the call, and we did in fact stay at this lake. It was raining when we set up our tents, but it's tapered off, so we're strung up and we're going to do some fishing. Brook trout. Well, we have been enjoying some just stupid fishing. Every cast is another brook trout. But it looks like finally the dark skies are going to move in, so we're going to have to take shelter under some cover. So that is hardcore Ghetto-C. It's raining out, and I've taken shelter in my tent, and he's still going after 7-inch brookies. That's dedication. Beartooth weather at its finest. Now we're having dinner by a raging campfire, so a good night after all. Good night for the last night, and we'll be out of here early in the morning and back to the car.
Of course, the downside of camping down at lake level in a marshy meadow is you are going to have condensation on everything. So day 5 begins. Time to hit the trail and hit the road. Outside of the sleeping bag soaked. Inside of the tent dripping. A perfectly clear night down in this wet hole.
After having some breakfast and packing up, it's time to bail out of Camp Ghetto-C and Stupid Lake, where the fishing was stupid, and get back to the car. It's tough in showbiz, I tell you. Before you know it, we're almost back to the car. A sight for sore eyes. Yeah! Yeah! Well, we made it back from the Cloverleaf Lakes. It was an awesome trip, and the reward for making it back is a nice cold smoke. So
Yes.
me and Ghetto-C are going to split this one. Yeah. So, thanks for coming along, and join us next time.
Yeah.